Due to explicit content and language, listeners' discretion is advised. Black in Thought.
All right. Let's get started. You may learn something.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to Black in Thought, where we take a look at current and cultural issues, applying that Afrocentric drip to them. Your hosts tonight are... We got the Professor, D, and me, Ill Will. Tonight, JB, he's out. He's with the fam. So is Dale. He's doing some housely duties, so he wasn't able.
Domestic.
So is Dale. He's out doing some housely duties, so he was not able to make it as well. So, but we still gonna have a good, strong show for you. Man, if you can see the table and what's all on the table here, it's gonna be a very interesting and exciting episode for you. A lot of things have gone on. Man, I'm gonna just touch on it. The professor here has the gold bottle of the Hennessy.
Only top tier cats in the circle. You know, this the holiday version, so get ready.
The holiday.
You know, we always try to do it big when we were our guys, and you know, we want to make sure that we come correct. You know, these guys, they have not only helped elevate my game, but you know, put me in a real disrespectful tax bracket. It ain't friendly.
I like that.
It ain't friendly. It ain't friendly. I got different problems. I got different problems now. I got people seeing about me.
Oh my God! Most definitely, welcome to the More Money, More Problems,
More money, more problems
category.
Yeah, we drinking out of gold bottles. And, oh man,
Off that gold shit.
Off that gold shit. Man, I tell you, it's definitely been a pleasure. Being with my guys, you know, I gotta take a moment. You know, we talk about a lot of different things. We dive into a lot of different things, but when you're around quality people, man, and I always say that, you know, this is an old adage that iron sharpens iron. You know, next level. We don't always agree on everything, but one thing that we can agree on is that we value one another, and you know, it's always that next step, that next level stuff, right? So I can totally appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's real stuff. I mean, even though it's an old adage, I mean, it still applies today. Iron does sharpen iron. The quality of the people that you hang out with will determine your quality.
That is true.
That's right.
So, I mean, old or not, it still applies to today's world. If we could just get some of these young people to understand that.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. I was talking to a young person, and it's kind of like the way we used to talk when we were growing up. And it's like, you know, Christmas about to come. You know, it's time to get booed up, and you know, it's time to get the the holiday bay. I'm like, what is a holiday bay? Well, you know, it's getting cold outside, and you gotta snuggle and all that. I'm like, well, so how does that work? You know, 'cause I'm very curious about this new generation.
That's not new.
It's not new for us, but you know, they do things a little different than we do. You know, they're real different. You know, I don't want to offend and go into details, but they're very different. But I guess a holiday bay is, you know, you keep one close, keep them in the friend zone. Mm-hmm. And then as it gets closer to Thanksgiving, you start giving them bay privileges. They come around the family. They might come to your house on Thanksgiving, and y'all might talk about exchanging gifts and stuff like that. So they go from the friend zone to the bay zone, which is new. Now, when we were growing up, you know, you had the summertime, you were single.
You were single.
The wintertime, you had a girlfriend.
Yeah, a girlfriend.
And then right after tax time, you had to figure out a way to,
Yes.
you know, you had to be
shed some weight.
You had to figure out what you was gonna be mad at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About March or April.
Well, no, it depended on who you were, because you were trying to find a chick during tax time.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of dude you were.
Yeah.
True that, yeah.
Some people need some rims on tax
Oh
time.
my God.
That's true.
And they didn't mind if you was a heavyweight. It didn't matter.
Because after the snow melt, you had to be on some 20s.
Yes, sir. It's the 20s.
Ooh-wee.
And she got that tax check.
She got that
Tax
tax check.
check, big money,
Man,
heavyweight.
I miss getting tax checks.
Ooh-wee.
I mean, no, I take it back. I don't miss getting tax checks. Because ain't nothing but a refund.
Is
So
it giving you back
so
your
your
own
money.
money?
What the fuck?
Giving you back your own money.
And they done fucking already made interest
Off your
off my shit, but they ain't giving my shit my interest.
Do they ever sign a promissory note before they get your money back?
No.
So you give them a free loan.
A free loan.
free
No
loan, man.
interest loan.
That's crazy as heck.
Interesting.
All right, so we got a new president-elect.
Yeah.
I had to dive into it. We're all itching to talk about this. I ain't gonna stay on it long. It's on y'all, but we got a sister for vice president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy? I would have never thought that during our time, you would see a African-American POTUS, now a vice president of all, a sister. I'm very proud of that, man. I'm so proud of that because as much as we have evolved as a country, even through the midst of racism rearing its ugly face, we are still making traction. Meaning that no matter how oppressive we've been, no matter what try to booby trap you set for us, we are still evolving, man.
That says a lot.
We're strong. We are strong.
Because, they're still trying because, of course, the first thing, the oppositions, the ops, as the young kids say, she ain't really black. She's now she want to be black, and to get the spot and things like that. And so it's just, it blows my mind that they do so much to try to discredit anything that we do. Because that's some of the first things to say, oh, she's not really black, or she only did this, or one of the biggest things that I saw that kind of like pissed me off was like, it took her being on her knees to get there. I see all kind of memes and posts from the ops basically saying that, and it's just like,
well, yeah, it probably did because she was praying to the Almighty God.
There you go, brother.
So I believe that because the shit that we deal with, man, it takes something much higher than ourselves to overcome, I know what you deal with being in law enforcement ill will. You, D, being a black man in a white man's world, especially being a business owner, competing against some of the largest companies in your industry. I definitely know what it's like,
being
people,
successful
because when people want my business, I don't know how this is for you, D. They come to me because they think they're going to get a discount, not because they want the quality of service, right? So we got to compete against that. I have to fight against the value of what I truly believe we deserve, which I'm in not a battle, but right now I'm in the midst of trying to secure another contract, and they want our business, but they think that we should do it for cheap. So with that being said, there's so many things that we deal with. Now I'm going to go in left field here. As a people, we have broken through every glass ceiling imaginable. What's left? Become the Pope? We ain't been a black Pope. Hey, it's coming soon, though. It's coming soon, though, right? So as a people, we're great because we've broken through every ceiling. So you've had a black president. Now you have a black vice president who's a sister. But the thing that troubles me more than anything is that we are so strong at breaking through these ceilings when it comes to career. Why do we struggle in relationship?
Man.
I know we've beat this over the head, but as a people, you divide and you conquer. So as an individual, we're doing so well making traction in our government, in our society, but when it comes to relationships, man, we're still failing. And I'm struggling with this because I'm happy for the sister, Kamala. I'm so happy for her, right? And not this means anything, and she is a sister, and you're free to love who you want.
Why?
But why couldn't you have chosen a brother
I think
as a life partner, right?
Yeah.
And then when I look at people within my circle, when I look at people that work for me, and then people outside of that, in terms of African Americans, we struggle with relationships. We struggle with loving one another. We put more into our careers than our relationships. And I don't know why, right? Because we see Sister Kamala, she's the vice president. We're celebrating that. We celebrate for months.
Yeah.
Years. We'll still be celebrating when they're doing the 2024 election. But when I step back out of that and I look at the current conditions of black love, we haven't mastered or we haven't campaigned enough to win that election. So, yeah.
When you say black love, you talking black, like black marriage, black relationship, or just black person to person?
I'm talking about the type of love. If you've ever remember watching Roots, when they were separating the couples. They were taking the men and they were kind of going through, okay, keep, and then the women, they were kind of like divvying them up, deciding where they go, who goes where. That even though that woman didn't see that man for 40, 50 years, she did everything in her power to remain committed to him emotionally and physically. And even though she hadn't seen him in many, 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 many years, and I'm speaking one particular couple in Roots, that when she finally saw him, that love never left. She still had hope, right? And I think that we've lost that. And they, meaning the corrupt society at that time, wanted to break that. But they couldn't break it physically because the emotional value was still there. Now we have access to information, we have resources, we have comforts beyond belief. And now it's so hard to stay together.
And I think,
and that just bothers me. I'm sorry. I know I went to the left.
Well, no, I mean that's real because I mean, like you look at like relationships of the past, like when you talk about 60s, 70s, I mean even 80s and stuff like that,
Forever.
compared to like relationships of the late 90s, 2000s and stuff like that.
Right.
I mean they're just built completely different.
Right.
There was a mindset. We're going to work this out. Early 60s, there was no matter what, we'll work this out unless, it's just, something just, god awful. But, a lot of times people are giving up. I mean, on their fellow, on their fellow black person or in their relationships. I mean, it's so easy to give up or it's so easy to seek someone else.
Right.
Compared to talking to, or just having meaningful conversations with the other person.
I had a conversation this week with a guy, and we were talking about this, and we were talking about how the government so for instance, black women, powerful black women, that's a big thing now. And we were saying how a lot of these powerful black women, they're also single black women.
Yes.
So
I don't need no man.
Correct. Why do you think you don't need a man? The Bible put the man first, right? So what makes you think you can do all this by yourself?
There's capabilities. Yeah, we know that you can function. We can function.
You can.
You can function, but that function is not.
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
It's funny.
The world it's not built for you to do it by yourself.
It's not built for you just to function.
And why would you want to do all that work by yourself?
D, that's a perfect segue. It's funny you said that because our leaders are representations of things that either we want to become or people who we feel are a great, what we call a role model for what we want in our lives. And, it's funny because I believe President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama were a great representation of who we needed to become.
That's it.
Right? You've seen this African-American power couple who understood alignment.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Hey, but did you see they was talking about Obama's next book that was coming out?
I saw
how he was that the presidency was putting a strain on their relationship. I mean, they got through it.
Yeah, she said that. And she said that I'm not sure. She told him while he was campaigning before the first election, I'm not sure if we're strong enough to get through this. Okay? Right? So what she was saying is what we have as far as our love, I value over anything, right? Because when you marry that woman, it's love bears, believes, what's in Corinthians, and one of my favorite verses. But with that being said, she says, I don't know if we can survive this. Now, that's a great point because, he's out there, he's trying to change the world as a man, right? He's trying to give us hope. He's trying to help highlight what democracy truly means. And she's telling him, I'm not sure if, you ready for this? If we, not you, but we. So that tells me one thing, that they were in it together. Because she didn't say I or you. She said, I'm not sure if we, right? And I think that, I said,
Professor,
But you know, it goes
alignment.
two ways though.
Man.
I mean, I get alignment, and you saying we, but then also, I think in that moment though, now you're downplaying yourselves because, like, if you're saying we're not strong enough, hell no, you're more than strong enough. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Times get
Two
rough.
terms.
I mean,
Two terms.
I mean, it's like if times are going. I understand times get rough,
you're right, though.
but it shouldn't be to the point to where, you know, it destroys us.
Well, it was maturity.
I agree.
It was maturity because she was mature enough to communicate what she was feeling in advance.
And
Which
then-
that is very important.
Which
Very
means
important.
they can work through that because she said,
in advance.
Hey, versus
Waiting
us
till last minute.
trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead
Foresight.
of like right before,
Right.
like shit, fuck it, I'm done.
And the only way, okay, now pause.
I'm tired of this shit.
The only way she could have done it is by being with him through it.
Yep, from the
Right?
beginning.
Right? So you have these couples, and now I'm looking at Kamala, which I totally respect. And we are very influenced as a people. Speaking of African Americans, right, wrong, or indifferent, anytime we see one of our people run for office, naturally we're going to support them. What do? The African American vote turned the election, flipped the election, especially in Georgia. Right? So
But they
now-
still counting, though.
So you ready for this? They still counting. Yeah, they still counting. And I'm hoping when he gets out of office, they'll be counting them charges they're gonna put against him. So with that being said, you see Kamala, right? The first African American to be vice president. She's a woman, married to a white man, right? We're very influenced as a country, right? But we're also very divided as a people.
Yeah.
So
I see where you're
again,
going. I see where you're going.
again, we just have to have some dialogue as to why we are so persistent and diligent on breaking these ceilings when it comes to our careers,
but not when
but
it
we
comes
have-
to ourselves.
but of ourselves, and our relationships are suffering. Look at society as far as the African American.
And you know, it's the crazy part. As you say that, I've heard so many women, you know, say in, you know, speaking and stuff like that, dating wise, is like, man, I almost started dating a white man, or you know, you'll hear the sisters.
Where are
like,
the good brothers at?
Oh, yes.
Where are the good brothers at?
Ain't none out here.
Yeah.
Ain't none out here.
I'm a good one. Well, you married.
You married.
All the good ones took it.
True.
And you know, and a lot of times
I ain't married,
it
though.
don't be that way. It's just that,
Happily.
I know that's right.
Hey, baby.
and it just amazes me. It's all about who you hang with, your circle, and
is.
where you put yourself in relation to the people that you want to be around. So if you put yourself, and I do know there are, you know, superficial people, there are, you know, snakes in disguise type of things like that. But for the most part, if you're putting yourself in situations to where you're around successful people, you're around people of the caliber of the person that you would like to date or you see yourself with, then yes. But no, you can't be hanging out at the cut and stab trying to find a
Ain't
dude.
shit wrong to seeing that.
One of my favorite places. Best pork chops in the city.
That fucking fish, boy.
Man, I don't care how dangerous. I'm going to get me a dinner. I'm going to get me a motherfucking dinner. Y'all shooting? We'll pick my dinner up.
Hey, now we got Uber. Uber Eats.
I could have back door and get my dinner.
So you know, but you can't hang out in those spots,
Right.
Expecting to
Looking
find
for something.
Prince Charming.
So you brought
can't.
up so Ilwa, you brought up a great point. Let's go a little deeper on this.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go deep.
So we're talking about what the perception is in terms of how African American women feel about the pool, the availability of good black men, and the standard, where they're getting the standard from, right? So a lot of times when you talk to a sister and you ask her, well, what do you mean by there's not a lot of good African American men? And they run off, blah, 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 blah. And you go to tell them, the first thing I ask them is that behind every great man,
Is a great woman.
there's a great woman, right? Now, some people want you to change the things on the outside of them. That's what they perceive to be good, without changing the things on the inside. I'll give you an example. I know a couple in a relationship, and the individual, the man, has changed everything within him. So for the spouse, everything has changed around her. So in her mind, she feels she's changed because everything around her has changed, right? Which is not true, right? So you have to have some equity in that man, right? Because again, behind every great man is what? A woman,
yeah.
right? So I would have to ask what the new standard is, because back in the day, a woman will tell you, well, if he has a job, if he provides, if he loves us, and he's there for his children, I'm happy.
Yep.
Now it's a Birkin bag.
He gotta have 6 figures.
He got 6 figures. Take me on vacation, spoil
He gotta
me.
drive a Range
And
Rover.
He better not ask me for no bill, buddy. And it's like, man. So I got to get all this, then bring you into the dynamic, so that you feel that I'm a good man.
And it's crazy.
What the hell is that?
As you say that, I've seen so much, like, on Facebook. I belong to a couple groups on Facebook, like marriage clubs, and I see they post like on there all the time. They say, does a good man make his woman split the bills, split the mortgage and stuff like that? And I mean, I look at that and I'm like, it shouldn't be a matter of, are we splitting the bills? Are we splitting the mortgage?
It's ours.
It's ours.
We're one.
Just like you said.
Yeah,
I mean,
ours.
at the end of the day, it's our money.
It's ours.
And we're using it to pay our bills.
Our shit.
Our mortgage. Things like that. And so we try to quantify so much.
That's right.
To just put a label on it. And I think that's where we go wrong with a lot of things, is that we always try to put a label on something.
That's exactly what it is. And it's called branding, right? It's called branding. And for example, like Nike, Adidas, you can tell the status. When a person, it's funny, I was at a game last night and I was looking around at everybody's shoes, and just, you can't help it because everybody's walking past you. And I saw a bunch of Nike, this, that. It's about branding, right? And when you see so many people with that same brand, that brand has a significance, right? It's kind of like a relationship. Nowadays, the brand is, the motto is, the man, bringing all the paper home, and he's doing everything, and all the woman has to do is just be there.
Yep.
Be available. That's all she has to do, right? That's the trophy wife, right? She just has to be there. She has no equity. He's providing everything, right?
I hear you.
Because sometimes that scripture can get messed up. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. But ask most women, what's a wife? Define that. Define that.
Us being married.
Define
No, it's more than just being married.
You married me, but what is the definition? What is the depth of that? What does that mean?
What do you put behind those words?
Right. What are you doing to make this man great? What are you doing to make this man, to keep him going?
So let me ask you this then. So
There's a
back up
hierarchy
with
there.
that. How does a wife learn to be a wife?
From her mother.
But what if her mother wasn't shit?
He started some shit. He started some shit. Okay, let's go. I like this.
All right, so
Change the motherfucking diaper.
hey, being black in America,
Right.
coming up, how many people do you know who have both parents in the house?
Nowadays, it's very few, because I didn't. And that started probably in the 80s and 90s.
So how do they know? And same thing, how do we know? Now we know, and now we surround ourselves with the right people. But if you're new to this, how do you know?
That's a good question.
Hey, I mean, it's hard to have an answer, because, like, I mean, if you continue to stay in the box of what you're used to and what you know, you'll never step outside of that box to learn something different and learn something better.
I agree. Do you learn together?
And see, this is the problem. Like, and I have, because, like, I got a cousin, and she specifically said, I am never getting a job. I'm never going to work. I'm never going to do anything of that such. So basically what you're saying is you're never going to better yourself. You're never going to change. You're never going to be better than what you could be. And so you'll never be wife material. I mean, unfortunately, I hate to say it like that, but you'll never be wife material because you can't and won't evolve.
Or if you are wife material, what are you attracting?
Yeah, you're attracting some bullshit in
Keep
that
that in
aspect.
mind too, brother.
Well, look at these shows now. Social media, all these shows like the Housewives. These women don't work. Their job is to stay beautiful, stay in the latest fashion, keep the parties going, keep the kids in the best parties. Everything is based on competition. It's just so generic, right?
Superficial.
But this is one thing that I know. And to answer your question is like, D, to answer your question, how do they know? it's kind of like not having any food to eat and asking yourself, how do I know when I'm hungry? Someone told me, I was reading a book, and they said that instinct is more valuable than knowledge. Instinct, right? So even though my father, and I've talked about this in earlier segments, wasn't the ideal when it comes to being a good father and being a good husband, I knew that the way he wasn't the right way, even though I hadn't been taught the right way. So I had to seek that out. So I was always gravitating towards older men just to find out if there was something more, right? If there was something more, like, okay, how do you, tell me a little bit about your, So I always gravitated towards people and I always ask questions. What is a good man? How do I be this? So I think that if you don't know, you can definitely ask. You can definitely ask.
Yeah.
It's instinctive.
But, I mean, you have to have someone who's willing to seek that knowledge, though. Because if they're not willing to seek that knowledge, then they're never going to ask. Because some people are stuck in their own ways. They're fine with where they're at, and they don't feel like they need to change or feel like they need to seek any more knowledge.
That's a good point. Yeah, but I think that if you have some kind of epiphany or something where you're not satisfied with who you are, and I think everyone has that moment. It's whether or not you ignore it or not. But you have that moment. It's called self-actualization, where you're like, wait a minute, there has to be more than this. I think I've had that moment. I'm not saying everybody, but I had like, God, there has to be more than this. What do I have to do? There has to be something more. And you seek that. And I don't think there's any individual who has not had that moment, whether they've ignored it or not. I think everybody's had that moment.
Yeah, I mean, I agree on that. I mean, because it's like you said, it's those instincts. I mean, you get that gut feeling that's telling you something.
Instincts a motherfucker.
And you choose to ignore that shit and wind up fucked up.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. There was no guarantee. When I started my business, there was no guarantee. I didn't have any knowledge. I didn't have any experience. I went off the hustle and the instinct. Instinct told me, okay, if I just do this, I can make this happen, right? Nobody ever showed me. I was never taught. But my instincts told me there was something more, right? You could say curiosity, but my instinct said, okay, go ahead and do this, right? So I don't know, man. It's a different time we're living in. There's just so much going on politically within our community. And even though we celebrate Sister Kamala, much love, much, much love, I just think that we are more divided than ever. If you look at the divorce rate amongst African Americans,
man,
it hasn't stopped. It is steadily on the increase or incline. And how do we stop that? Like we clap and we cheer and we do everything, and when we see one of our brothers and sisters get into office, hit a new milestone. But there's nothing greater than the union of marriage.
I'm gonna tell you something. I think that
why are we not celebrating those achievements?
Yeah.
Why are we not looking at statistics and say, okay, what we need to do as a community is stop the increase of divorce rate and watch it go on a decline, and let's celebrate that. And I think that we're getting lost in the sauce, man. I think that we're just getting lost. And the more they give us, we break the ceilings and we get promoted within the community and the country, we lose sight that our community is falling apart.
I think that when people get married, sometimes they get married because it sounds like I'm married.
The ideal of
the ideology. I'm married. You know what I'm saying? I'm
just like the idea of buying a house.
Oh shit!
Oh,
it sounds amazing, right?
It do. It really do.
But shit comes with it.
Oh wait, I want this shit to come with it.
So
I want this shit to come with it.
But when you get married, shit come with it too.
Ooh,
the maintenance,
lots of it.
The maintenance,
lots of it.
The unexpected
oil changes.
things. Yes.
Just the routine, just shit. So, and when we get married, do we know what we really get? Besides saying I do.
And then are you practicing that maintenance?
Are you practicing? Are you performing the maintenances? Are you constantly working? Because marriage is not I do, we're done.
Well, most black men take better care of their cars than they do their women.
Because like you could have like with your house.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same applies with your marriage. You don't fix it, you're gonna have a raggedy ass house.
That's
you don't
it.
fix it, you're gonna have a raggedy ass marriage.
And what people don't understand, marriage requires routine maintenance.
It does.
It requires ongoing maintenance. And so I think when we get married, and one of the biggest things I hear, and I'm not no perfect person, but one thing I do know in my marriage, my wife come first. It's God, then my wife.
So what you saying? Your wife comes first.
I take it back. My wife comes second. God's first, then my wife.
Yeah, but you got a house, you got responsibilities. How can
God
she come
is
second?
first, then my wife. Kid falls somewhere down.
Right. FTK.
FTK, man. FTK, shit. Y'all, hey, if y'all been listening, y'all know how I feel. FTK. Fuck them kids. But however, God, my wife, and so on.
So where are you at on the hierarchy list in her eyes?
Her, it should be God, then me. And everything else fall in place.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's the hierarchy. That's the
let me
alignment.
tell you something. I've seen a lot of marriages struggle and end because of kids. Like little ass kids go fuck your life up. Because them kids, guess what? They'll get a spouse, a boyfriend, girlfriend. Hell, not with that. I got a 10-year-old. She get a friend, she gone.
Yeah, I mean, you don't exist for a little while. I'm done playing with my friend.
Yeah, so I'm the hell with a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying we gotta realize, keep the core, y'all. God, wife or husband.
Because it's like you say,
simple.
it's because once the kids are grown, if
gone.
you are still together, it's you and that person.
And then now you gotta figure. So I
you
got some
really got to
tests.
figure each other out
Do
all
I
over
like?
again.
Do I like you?
Yes.
So D.
Do I like you?
So D.
Or am I just here?
So
I'm
hold on.
just here.
We just fucking.
Yo, are we fucking roommates?
Yeah. So D, I'm a retard. What is
Hey,
that?
can I get some of that gold shit?
Absolutely. You go first.
No. I'm gonna finish this shit first.
Okay.
Some of the
So
top tier.
so when you say my God and then my spouse, what does that look like in a relationship?
What it
When you
like?
say pervert,
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you what it look like. Every morning I'm talking to my God. Not every morning.
It's powerful.
Every morning,
It's powerful.
middle of the day, whenever I need, talk to my God. Because if me and my wife have an issue,
You're a better counselor.
I can't solve that without my God, man. Not trying to go spiritual. Now, once my God, he's gonna give me the direction to talk to my wife. Because talking as in my flesh, I'm reckless.
Right.
But once I get the right direction, now I know how to come to my wife. Once again, I know my wife. So when you know your spouse, you know how to come at them. I may come at Professor. I may come at you this way,
Yep.
but I can't come at my wife that way.
Get it. Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Ill will come at you this way, but I can't come at the professor this way.
Right.
So you got to know your audience.
You do.
You really
know
do.
what? You know what, D? On some real stuff. As a man, and this is what I was not taught. You have to be the covering for your spouse and your family, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. It's funny, and this is since we're going deep here, and we can shift gears here. I got up this morning at 4 a.m. and prayed for my wife. I got flat on the floor. Don't know why, but something was. I got up, got some water, used the bathroom, and something said pray. I got on the floor and I prayed for my wife. And this morning, I covered her again. Not in prayer. But
Say that shit.
Yeah. I can talk that shit. Talk that shit, nigga.
shit.
Yeah, talk that shit. She got covered. She got
love
covered.
that talk
She got
shit.
covered. She got covered twice. Yeah, I got like a new language. Not two, but twice. but nobody teaches that side, right?
They don't, man. They
Right?
don't.
Because at the end of the day, when it comes to security and your kids are running around happy-go-lucky, and your wife, she's running around happy-go-lucky, and they ain't worried about bills, and they're not worried about the stuff that we worry about, even when things are good. In the back of your mind, you thinking about a bill
They have
right
no
now.
idea
nigga.
what to worry about.
You think about a bill right now. You think about a bill. I'm thinking about a bill. It never leaves.
No, I'm not. My shit paid, man. I'm good.
I ain't saying that, big bro.
I'm talking that shit, man.
But you talk that shit good too, nigga. Shit. Tell me your truck look clean, nigga. You can borrow. I got 4 of them. Nigga, fuck your truck. That's like a piece of shit.
That was great.
Nigga flex like a motherfucker. I had to submit to it. I tapped out on that shit too. I swear, the nigga had me in the choke. I tapped out like. I tapped out on that shit. That was beautiful. That was the most beautiful shit I've ever seen in my life.
And we're talking shit about who you surround yourself with, like you just said.
Yeah.
We talk shit to each other, but nobody's offended. Nobody's
I
mad.
can't, but you know why?
'Cause these are my brothers.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
since I've been around y'all and y'all been in my life has been better. You guys have challenged me to
Respect, man.
to stay in the game. Before that, man, I didn't give a fuck about staying in the game. I didn't give a fuck about nothing. But now I'm looking at y'all guys like y'all got the same problems I got,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and y'all still keep it moving.
And sometimes I think, Professor,
That's some real
it's funny you said
Yeah,
that,
just
man.
keep 100.
You may see that person, they driving that nice ass car. They got that
That's
big
due every
ass
month.
house. Oh, they
Let's
got
do every month.
that's due every month.
Do every month.
They got shit together. But in reality, we're all real people in the fucked up. We all fucked up. Let's keep it real.
Don't talk, baby.
We all fucked up. We all got problems. You know what I'm saying? Now, how we manage our problems is different.
That's right.
So I think when you talk about your marriage and who comes first and how to make it work, I'm no professional, but I think it's how you manage it.
Yeah.
You're right. Because you just went biblical.
Because every successful Go ahead.
Because of all the things God blessed Adam with in the beginning of the Bible, there was one thing that was very important, and this is why he fucked up in the Garden of Eden, because he failed to manage his relationship.
Do you realize
with his
how
wife.
long Adam was there before Eve came?
He was there for a while.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Management. A man is rated by the way he manages his money, his household,
his life,
his
health, his car.
Just like David told his son. He said, go show yourself a man. And Proverbs is nothing, I believe King Solomon, right?
Proverbs rough.
Was it Solomon? It wasn't Solomon, was it?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't call it.
He talks about in Proverbs the management of relationships, the management of your eye when it comes to lust, the management of anything that could go wrong. Everything is about, in the Bible, everything's about management.
Of your eye.
Of your eye. You're right, lust of eye. But everything was about, you hit the nail on the head. Everything in your life as a man. How you defined as a man is how you manage.
How you manage. That's
Period,
it right
point
there.
blank. There's nothing else to talk about.
That's it.
That's it.
How you
manage.
now, and how you manage comes with your knowledge.
Ooh, don't do it.
Comes with your knowledge, because you know what?
Don't do it.
It just comes with your knowledge. How you manage is where you get your knowledge from.
Where you're being fed.
There you go.
It's like a computer, right? When you go to input and you press enter, what comes out?
How you been
right?
fed.
How you been fed? What you put in, right? So us as men, again, it's instinctive. The question earlier was asked, well, how does a person know how to become something that they've never seen? It's instinct. It's intuitive, right? I know I'm not everything I should be because God gives us discernment, right? So if you grow up and you ain't never had a dad in your life and you become a male hoe, you know it ain't right. Even if you ain't never been shown nothing right, you know it's wrong.
That's
but
true.
that wrong, you get desensitized by that wrong,
so
right?
wrong.
You can take that wrong.
It feels so wrong.
Hold on. You can normalize that wrong.
That's true.
Right?
You're right.
Ooh,
Normalize
I like
it.
that.
Normalize
I
it,
like
right?
that.
Yeah. You
I
can
like
normalize
that.
the wrong.
I like that.
So what happens is you forget about everything else, and everything else becomes
Second nature.
sensitized.
Which is dangerous.
It's very dangerous. But your instinct and your discernment. See, God did a backup for the backup. He's okay. Even if it didn't have all these things, you still know. I'm giving you something. I give you a conscience.
He gave a sense.
A sense.
Common
sense.
sense.
It's wrong.
Common
You know,
sense.
some people are missing common sense, and some things aren't so common to certain people.
Right. So my point is this, and we want to, and I'm going to switch gears here, that we have to we want our people who look like us in office. We want our people that look like us achieving and accomplishing. We want our people to do things that are conducive to bringing us up. But at the end of the day, man, we have to begin to work on the model marriage and relationships in our African American community. So yeah, so we are really, we're breaking ceilings. We're accomplishing major milestones in tennis, golf, sports, politics. But even as we are accomplishing these things by the numbers, our divorce rates are soaring within our community. It's soaring. Divide and conquer. Young black men and women, teens, kids, are growing up in households with single parents, while us as African Americans are accomplishing major things in politics. And we're celebrating these things as if they're everything, which they're very important. But on the other side of the scale, our relationships, our marriages are in decline. So the scales are still unbalanced as we continue to achieve and succeed. We're losing sight of that core base and foundation when it comes for our children and our relationships. And it's just,
I mean, it's like you said. I mean, it's just like accomplishing monumentous feats. I mean, just like along with the election with the vice president. Georgia, North Carolina, both had 2 black women who the first black women to ever be elected as sheriff in some of those states.
in a completely red state that was flipped to blue.
Exactly. But it's like you say, I mean, we get to celebrate those moments, but we're not celebrating the other moments about our relationships and things like that.
I know we're talking about a lot of different things, we're freestyling here. But when we look for a candidate to help improve our way of life, economics are important. But how we manage our relationships, how we change that, are equally as important. Like, I've yet to see, we talk about, these politicians talk about their Christian values, and usually when it's pertaining to abortion or pertaining to certain laws or pertaining to sexuality. But how many of these politicians have you heard talk about, hey, one of the things we want to help do is slow the decline of the black, we want to slow the decline of the black, slow the incline of African-American divorces.
Because marriage only counts to them when it comes to
A vote.
Gay marriage. That's the only time they want to speak about it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So what have our people done? Again, money is important, but what have they done in order to say, hey, listen, we want to help these couples stay together. We want to show you guys what it looks like, and put some things in place to maybe some counseling, some just something in place to help strengthen. Because see, no matter who you put in office, as long as we continue to divide our families, you're always going to have that young black man searching, trying to find himself. You're always going to have that young lady having babies because she's looking for love. So no matter who we put in office that look like us, if their agenda is not to help us advance economically as well as domestically,
I love it.
I don't give 2 fucks.
I love it,
See,
brother.
I mean, it blew my. This also blows my mind. I mean, you as we talk about that, you saw, when the Obamas were in office, how much they cherished
that.
each other.
Yes.
How much they, upped each other and things like that. Now you see who's in office right now. So okay, you see Trump in office right now. Melania don't even want to hold his hand. They always talk about and show how, she's pulling away from him or not wanting to be around him.
That's true.
And stuff like that.
So you don't see that love.
You don't see the love. I mean,
No.
if there's no love at the top of our election chain right now, like it was when the Obamas was in office.
She colder than iced tea in Mississippi in the summertime. God, she look at him. I was watching something on MSNBC, and she gave him a stank side eye.
I mean, like,
she don't like him
no,
At all.
at all.
I mean,
At all.
It's
You fucking idiot.
It's just crazy.
I'm sorry about the president.
She is smart. What president? That motherfucker about to get evicted. Shit.
You about to have no job.
Yeah, nigga, you better be careful. You
You
trespassing.
about to lose
You about
your
20 more,
job.
40 more days, you trespassing.
And so, I mean, it's like, so when you say that, I mean, it's amazing because, like I said, when you saw the Obamas in office, you saw the love that they had for each other while they were in office.
Yeah.
You
Man.
saw how they took care of each other.
I would tell you, man, Obama's has made my mayor stronger, man.
Oh, my God.
As you look at them as a public figure, and especially if you know their background,
Right.
how she really didn't like that motherfucker.
No,
man.
she didn't. She was like, "Oh no, dude, you a clown." At
You
the
a
beginning.
clown. You like once he his boss. Or
I don't remember that.
it was something, or he came to her firm or something. However, he was below her.
Yep.
However it was, but you see how they involved and even
Their relationship look like they ain't touched in years.
Hey, Jay-Z and Beyonce, man.
I want to break something up. So, if you guys remember when the Lemonade album came out, who was in office,
Yeah.
The Obamas,
right?
Yeah.
They were on the verge of divorce.
Who?
Jay-Z.
I'm
and
saying
Beyonce.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
And you know that he has, he developed a relationship with President Obama. And there was something I was reading in a tabloid when they're talking about when they were going through, and Jay-Z was doing this thing, that he had some really good counsel and advice for some people he really respected and trusted. They never gave names, and they had been counseled by some people, but they never gave names of who these individuals were. I'm inclined to believe it was the president and the first lady, because you and I both know that with all that he has to offer, she could have took him to the bank. And for her to withstand that and stay in that marriage in a time like today could have only came from some people who had that wisdom
Professor,
to model that.
Something you said about good counsel. So
great counsel.
Me and my wife, we had amazing premarital counsel.
I still need it.
And when I say amazing, I've been married. Shit, I don't know, y'all.
I'm going on 12.
Yeah, me too. Then
September 1st.
I roll with that.
On 12.
Yeah, I'm 12 or 13.
I'm at like 0 days.
This nigga crazy. Look at that.
You know they can get 0 days since
We'll
last
start some
accident.
shit.
Yeah, just hit the button.
Yeah, hit the motherfucking button. How the fuck you? Hold on.
0
No.
days
We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it.
Okay.
We ain't doing it. I know you. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. So, anyways, I'm like 12 or 13 years married. And when I learned premarital, we go through some rough times. I use that. She used that. We use that. So it's something you said, Professor, about counseling. Counsel is huge.
Wise counsel is very huge.
You just can't listen to anybody.
You ain't lying.
Let me tell y'all.
So everybody ain't got good intentions.
All your friends are not looking out for your best interest because they understand that if you got the right information, they lose you. People are selfish. People are selfish.
Hold on. D. Please
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go there.
No. You went deep. You went real. Actually, you just impregnated the whole show. Can you say that again?
All your
That's some
friends don't got your life. Your life is not important
In their best
to 'em.
interest.
In their best interest. People are selfish.
Because the truth will do what?
Because the truth, if they got your best life, they worry about losing you.
Damn.
As their
Can you
friend.
hit that? Can you?
Versus you becoming a better husband, wife, spouse, whatever it may be. Just want to throw it out there.
That's some deep.
But as you say that, I mean, even if you look at it, there's people with devious
I never
intentions
thought
in
about
that because, like, just to say, like, you got this marriage over here that they're not happy within that marriage over here. So, when they talk to this couple over here talking about it, so is it the man or the woman's intention in this marriage to break them up so now they can sleep with that other person?
And be careful sharing your information with people.
Exactly.
Ill will, you hit that.
All kind of stuff. I mean, everybody does not have your best interest in
mind.
mind.
I agree. We have to trust people, and who you put your trust in, you trust them. If they defy your trust, you kill them. No, I'm saying. But I'm just saying, but seriously, you have to make sure you putting your trust in the right people. But remember, everybody, y'all, is not.
D, you're a smart man.
Has your best interest.
D's a smart man.
Seriously, man.
And again, as men, we have instinct and discernment. We have instinct and discernment. And I'm like D on that because, damn, that's so beautiful how you put that. You said because if they had your best interest, they knew it would separate y'all. Or some shit like that.
Because people.
That's deeper than the motherfucker.
So keep this in mind.
That's real shit.
Homegirl. Being your the wife homegirl, been there for elementary, high school, college, blah, blah, blah. 25 years. She meets you. Once she meets you, shit gonna change.
Of course.
And now, I'm gonna go back again. Single, powerful black woman. We gonna do this shit. But damn, I just met the professor. I just met, not better. Yeah, fuck it, better. I just met Ill Will.
What?
It will 0 days.
Much better than the professor.
Then you said not to fuck with that. He said it twice. 3 times a straight. Okay, I'll leave it alone. Third time, it's your day.
I'm sorry, y'all. It's a gold bottle. But anyway,
motherfucking gold bottle.
Anyways, though, what I'm saying though, better yet, this is a good guy. Now this strong black woman is becoming a domestic black woman. Is that the right word for it?
Got you. Yeah.
So now her friend like, damn, I thought we had this bond where we gonna do this
Don't
shit.
go there. You talking alignment, nigga.
We
you
don't need
talking
these
alignment.
niggas. You know what I'm
Talking
saying?
alignment.
And now you all domestic, you cooking this shit, you listen to this
We
motherfucker.
ain't hanging out like we used to no
because
more.
guess what? Every day, hell, I was with this nigga last night. We kicking it all damn night, all fucking night.
All motherfucking night.
And guess what? I'm going to the house. Oh, his boy's there now. Guess what? I bet you later.
3 rounds.
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm just saying though, shit changes, y'all. So be careful.
Oh, hold on. We can't let. No.
I'm moving on, man.
Oh, no. So he said, you done got domesticated. You aligned. Now this individual who still hold on to that attachment said, wait a minute, hold on. We had.
I thought we were going
I
places.
thought we was the homies. But she said, no. I'm in this union now. I have this covenant.
Union, I like that.
I can't because he, under my God, is priority. And on list of in order of priority, you're way down the list. So now, if I give you the truth, it separates us. That's some of the realest shit I ever heard.
That's deep.
That's some of the realest shit I ever heard. Woo! That's simple. And that's why he said you had to be careful.
Gotta be careful.
Who you bring around your circle.
Because everybody don't have your best.
They don't have your
intentions.
best.
Because when you, oh man,
That's some real shit
man,
there, boy.
I'm feeling like
I'm
feeling some shit right now, y'all.
for that shit.
Because
I got the motherfucker.
let me tell you,
I'm speaking
nigga,
sign
something,
language
man.
right now.
When you speak, like right now, I can speak with my brothers, and I'm confident. I am assured. What I say is me and my brothers.
Fucking right.
And I know y'all niggas ain't gonna use that shit
fucking
against
right.
me.
Never in life.
But there is niggas on both sides of. They go. You said nigga. Oh man, this nigga, his wife. His wife ain't fucking him. So this nigga will go talk some shit, try to fuck my wife, or that best friend female. You're telling.
Him and his wife ain't doing nothing. You go ahead and slide up in there.
Or better yet, I mean he's good. This and that. Now you're telling you're putting your shit. You gotta know who the fuck you fucking with. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Be careful.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Let me say that. You know, we as men, I'm not saying we don't go at face value, but we can read each other. Women can do the same thing. But when you intersect the lines with men and women, sometimes men are blind towards certain things that women present. And then women are smart. They can pretend they don't see what a man presents, depending on the timing and the circumstance. But what Dee said is so fucking real. That should get you killed. That should get you murdered.
That should get you murdered, man.
Right? That's some murder mook shit. And you know, we have discernment as men, and we have instinct. So does women, because you know how many times you ever seen women, you with a woman and a woman walk in, I don't know what she about.
Yep.
Men, we're not like that. Like we'll say, "Oh, okay, yeah." I say, "Okay, I see you, homie." And then you know, and then they go, "Oh, damn, what the fuck?" You know, he look like. But what Dee said, it was gospel. You know, that's what
gospel, man.
That's what should get you murdered. That'll get you. That'll get you super fucked up.
And to be said, just so you know,
Like super duper fucked up.
ex-wives
Right.
are off limits, y'all.
Well, all that shit is off limits.
Yeah, I'm just saying you.
But
you can't be my nigga and fuck my ex-wife.
Anytime I see, and this is and my
Or
wife, and my wife,
ex-period.
So my wife would tell you this about me. I don't play that. If you guys are my guys, there ain't no reason why if I leave the room and my wife's down there,
Thank you.
something going. Because the moment I feel that way, our relationship.
I'm
is
done
done.
with you.
I'm not fucking with you.
It's
Let me tell you
over.
something.
If you show me anything other than nothing, best interest in my
Professor,
thing,
I like that, man.
and
I like that, man.
I'm not gonna go in detail.
I like that.
I've been in that situation.
I like that, man.
And I've seen some shit in my past. You know, my wife was oblivious to it, but I seen it. And I said, listen, I'm a man, just like you're a woman. I trust your judgment.
I like that.
I seen this, and I'm gonna tell you, if we continue to operate in this circle, somebody gonna get fucked up. And it ain't about you, it's about me getting my respect. And I'm gonna go to prison for that.
I saw something on Facebook.
I think,
said,
but I've seen that.
would
in my own, so.
you leave your, it's okay for your boy to come over to wait for you with just your wife there.
No.
Hear me out.
I don't even want. I mean, could I do it with certain people that I know? Yes.
That's
but
what I'm
why
saying.
put people in that certain situation?
I'm with you. Now, sing your motherfucking car. Go get a smoothie or something.
That's a good point. And I it's fine. Just remember something.
I'll text you on the way.
D loaned me a tool. I was taking my son to school
Yeah, why the fuck you bring that shit back so early in the morning, man?
because I was taking D to school.
But
I was taking D to school, and I had the tool, and I had D put it on the porch. It's in the car. I think I texted D. Let him know I dropping it off. But I stayed in the car. I told my son, put it on the porch, ring the doorbell. But he goes to school that early. I didn't realize you left that early. But what I should have did was, hey, big bro, I'm gonna drop this tool off. But to my son, put it on the porch,
it's all right.
drop it off, because I had the tool for like 2 or 3 days. He gave me to me on Saturday. I gave it to him back on a Monday morning. But there's an etiquette and there's a protocol.
Yes.
I know where you're going for. There's an etiquette and there's a protocol to not only establish trust but retain the trust. So I get that. So,
Big. I mean, once you trust is one of those things that it's easy to
That's
gain,
a good point.
but hard as hell to get back once you
It
lose
is,
it.
man. Once you lose trust,
Once you lose it,
But there's
And
always
so,
done deal.
which what I always believe in is it's probably a weakness, but I'm gonna give you me. I'm gonna give this is who I am. I'm gonna give you me. But if you violate me, like you said, Ill Will, I'm done. Unless we have a hell of a conversation and there's some good
I think at that point you can't even have it, because once you sneak,
reason behind it.
once you sneak that in, you've already exposed yourself.
That's true.
You got some slime on you.
That's it.
Right? Because you can't roll the dice. Because now you're waiting for me. My philosophy is, if you're willing,
You in my weakness.
because my mindset is we're friends. I'm not even seeing it. You're blindsiding me.
Yeah.
So now you're waiting for a motherfucker to slip.
Yeah.
Now I'm the fool now.
Yeah.
And that's the way I look at it.
Because now my hood shit coming out, because now I gotta kill you.
I want you to hurt badly. I want you to hurt badly.
Yeah.
I got a couple new guns I need to
All
try
right.
anyway. I haven't shot them.
All right. Hey,
I want to test them.
I'ma almost kill you.
Okay.
That sound good?
That sounds beautiful.
On the way. I'm gonna kill you. No, I ain't kill you.
You'll flatline, but you'll get back. You'll wake up.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do, because then it's going to sound premeditated if you just go ahead and say it. So at that
I'm not
point-
doing anything, y'all. I apologize. I've been drinking. I'm done.
But
Is you finished or is you done?
Yeah, but no. There's some shit we never talk about. Right? There's a protocol and an etiquette when it comes to dealing with your friends' spouses.
It is, man.
That's it, man. We should.
So, 'cause-
And you know what?
Woo!
Our next episode
we got part
is gonna
two.
be the man
We
code.
got part
The
motherfucking
next,
two.
Next
Part
episode is gonna be
motherfucking two.
it's
Stay
gonna be the
tuned.
man code.
Stay
Man
tuned,
code.
y'all. Man,
Hold
I
on.
like that.
What is the etiquette?
Hey, next episode.
Next
Man
episode.
code.
Man code.
Man
Man
code.
code. Damn. The man
But yeah,
code.
y'all.
Come back,
That's
come
real
get
shit.
these
But
lessons.
Real talk.
Real shit,
Be aware who you're around.
Yeah.
Make sure your homies is your homies. Make sure your girls are your girls. Make sure your girls not your girls to fuck your nigga, and vice versa. So
Make sure there ain't no Decepticons, no
Decepticon?
Transformers out
Nah,
here.
man.
One thing in your face, then another thing behind your back. It's
That's
time to
it,
turn
man.
around.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something,
Damn, that's crazy.
especially females, man. Niggas, we know what it is, but how your girls operate, you be like, oh, she
But we don't be watching like that. We just be watching the niggas.
But hear me out. No, I'm talking to the I'm a ladies, man. I'm talking to the females right now. Hey, ladies, y'all hear me talking this deep voice? No, but listen though. Listen, how your girl operate, don't think you're off limit. Because if she, oh yeah, this nigga here married, but I'm getting this from him, your husband not off limits. Real talk. Keep that. I'm telling y'all, keep that,
That's
man.
why I see those memes all the time. It's like, what if your wife's sister or your wife's homegirl was sitting at the refrigerator in just some underwears and a t-shirt?
Well,
What would you do?
But hold on. Okay, so now we going way past the finish line. What happens is we love our wives, right?
We do.
I look at your woman, see that she chunked up, Louis up, the crib.
Yeah, boy, that shit.
I mean, lack for nothing. Belly ain't growled in 30 years. You, I see you got the beautiful everything. You come in as it's the mansion.
Everything else is empty though.
Well, after 3 rounds, nigga, shit, nigga. You spent
Hey,
some.
hey,
Nigga, you oh shit. Okay, you're right. Pause. But they are the representation of our love. So when your wife step out, she got the diamond, she looking all good, Louis. Hold on.
Her friend looking at that shit.
They like, damn, what did you do to get that? Because nigga, we used to run back in '82.
Because as a side chick,
I
can get part of that.
Huh.
I can get a time plus a few things.
And I'm winning.
So this is the pressure. This is, it's funny. I was talking to one of the big homies that we all know. I ain't gonna mention no names.
I got you.
And I said, big homie, I said, I would love to be you only for one thing. How the fuck did you turn all that pussy down? How did you do it? I'm sorry. I had to ask. You can cut it. And I said, you like a modern day David. Because how did you do it? And big homie was like, man, it's hard, but you gotta look at the big picture.
That shit ain't hard for me. I have no problem with
But I was asking, the reason why I was asking
Just so
because
you know,
it's like an everyday thing. Like, you know how women get bombarded.
Every day is not enough for me. I have no problem with
Listen
turning
to
pussy
me.
down every day.
I don't either, because I don't get it like that. I'm an ugly dude. But the point
That's
is,
fuck. Hey, why you wearing the butt?
so hold on. So I'm asking. I said, you probably get it like the women get it every day.
He pretty though.
Yeah. He was like, yeah. I said, how do you do it? He said, man, it's hard, but you got to do it. You got to stay prayed up. That's okay. Good answer. I need more information, but you got to stay prayed up.
I need more information.
But the thing about it is, our women represent our love for them. So when they rolling out in a beautiful new car, they looking good every time. You know,
it makes us feel good.
Yeah, that's our pride. But the other chicks that are looking
want that, y'all.
The stragglers, like damn, they want to come to the circle because they want to be a part of it.
But how to remove that straggler
You gotta be careful, y'all.
Yeah, straggler status. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to update us, but you got to be careful because being a good man comes with direct and indirect pressure. It's a lot of pressure
to go from Big Mac to
Look forward, y'all. We got the man code coming.
The man. Oh, the
I'm excited.
man code.
I'm excited about that
The
one.
man motherfucking code. Because we can get some shit established.
Oh man,
I can't wait till we do the man code, and we're gonna have a couple special guests on that one.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to find some guests for that for sure.
At the end of the day, we talked about a lot of different things, but we just can't be blindsided by politics and everything that we're breaking glass ceilings with when the state of our relationships are failing at a rapid pace. It's spreading faster than COVID like a motherfucker. For every COVID case, there's a divorce in the African-American community, if not more.
So on that note, something to leave you black in thought. Charlemagne the God says it all the time. So we need to start practicing it with our people instead of just practicing it with our celebrities. Give our people their flowers while they're here. Don't wait till they pass away. Don't wait till your relationships fall apart. Don't wait for destruction of whatever. Give your people their flowers that they're due while they're here.
DJ Payne 1.
You know I'm flawed, but you love me anyway. A lot of times I'm so wrong, but you love me anyway. Love me anyway. That's why you're my blood.
Thank you for listening to this episode, and we want you to come back for more. If you like what you heard, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts from. We're on all the major networks: Apple, Google, TuneIn, Spotify, and many more. Check out our social media, and please like, follow, and comment on Facebook, Black in Thought, Instagram, Black in Thought Podcast, and Twitter, Black in Thought Podcast. Please subscribe, share, and once again, thank you for listening.
You know I'm flawed, but you love me anyway. by